Hi guys, welcome to the introspection journey. Today we'll be exploring a topic that is both powerful and complex. Transgenerational trauma. Have you ever wondered why you struggle with certain emotions or behaviors, even you didn't experience the original traumatic event? That's what we're here to explore today. So let's dive in. What it is actually the transgenerational trauma? It refers to an emotional, psychological, and even physical wounds that are passed down from a generation to another. This can happen through family dynamics, cultural behaviors, and even epigenetic changes. Do not worry, there is nothing wrong about it, and in this video I will help you how to deal with it. I'm questioned a lot what is actually epigenetics. Epigenetics, it is the study of changes in the way that genes are expressed and interpreted, without actually changing the DNA sequence itself. By understanding epigenetics, we can gain insights into complex interactions between genes, environment, and disease, and develop new approaches to personalized medicine and disease preventions. How does transgenerational trauma happen? When a traumatic event occurs, the brain's structure and function are getting altered, and this can lead to changes in gene expression. Since the beginning of Earth being populated, parents passed on their unsolved trauma to their kids, and those kids passed on their unsolved trauma to the next generation, and so on. Because people can be influenced also by other families' stories, cultural beliefs, and social behaviors, this makes the trauma to perpetuate in a way where it is becoming a natural inheritance, that it is easily observed but not so easy to be changed. Signs and symptoms. How do you know if you are experiencing a transgenerational trauma? Some common signs include unexpected anxiety, depression, or anger. As well, repetitive patterns might be a clear sign that you are experiencing a transgenerational trauma. And I will give here a personal example. I've experienced 3 relationships in a row that ended up in a very similar way. It made me understand that I am dealing with an emotional abandonment trauma that I was experiencing because of the way I was relating myself to the relationship that I was having with my father. I was feeling neglected and abandoned by him. So because of my negative perception towards this dynamic, I was attracting in my life guys that they were treating me the same way. By healing this part of my life, I managed to break this pattern and stop attracting this kind of people in my life. Know that self-sabotaging or having difficulties forming healthy relationships, it is another symptom that you might experience through the transgenerational trauma. I will leave the link to this book in the description in case you didn't read it already. And if you haven't, I recommend you should. This book is explaining so well all the 5 wounds that we are experiencing in this lifetime. Some people are identifying themselves with all of them, some with just one or few of them. Personally, I find myself in all the 5 wounds. This book will help you understand which type of emotional wound are you experiencing. Healing will be easier for you as long as you recognize if you suffer from the trauma of rejection, abandonment, humiliation, injustice, or betrayal. Personally, I found myself in all of them. And after you read this book, let me know in comments what you experienced. Now, let's go back to our lesson. Breaking the cycle of the transgenerational trauma. Because you are here, it means that you are honored with the power of breaking the perpetuation of the transgenerational trauma. This requires a lot of inner work. But if you get to acknowledge the trauma that you are going through, it means you already made 50% of the work. The hardest thing to do is to accept what are you going through. In most of the situations, you might need to seek support. In this way, you will get help so you can reframe your story. Start by asking your parents and your grandparents about their childhood and let them share with you their story. In this way, you will get to understand more why you are living the way you do and why you are attracting things in a certain way. Try practice active listening so you can develop compassion towards these people who are the actual reason for your birth and your life on earth. If you find this content helpful, please subscribe to my channel and share this video with someone that might need to hear this. Healing and recovery. Reconnecting with your heritage in a positive way can help you heal from what is blocking you from living at your highest potential. Transgenerational trauma usually requires a holistic approach. There are many types of therapies that are very powerful tools towards your healing journey. I got my best results through family constellations, cognitive behavioral therapy, and ancestral healing. Transgenerational trauma happens through family dynamics, cultural traditions, epigenetic changes. When a traumatic event occurs, the brain's structure and function are getting altered. Parents pass their unsolved trauma to their kids, and it is nothing to blame about it because this is part of the life cycle. Repetitive patterns might be a clear sign that you are experiencing a transgenerational trauma. You are honored with the responsibility and the power to break the perpetuation of this trauma cycle. Ask your parents and your grandparents about their childhood. Develop compassion towards your family members. Honor your ancestors. Reconnect with your heritage. I observe that a lot of people, and especially Americans, are disconnected from their heritage, and this can have a negative impact over the quality of your life. Now, the quote of the day. By understanding and addressing this legacy of pain, you can break the cycle and create a brighter future for yourself and the loved ones.